Hey, my beautiful air signs. It's Indigo here bringing you your Wednesday, November 22nd, 2017 reading. So let's get started. Okay. Spirit and angels, what messages do you have for, this came flying out right away, for air sign singles for Wednesday, November 22nd, 2017? What do they need to know in regards to love on Wednesday, November 22nd? Okay, your bottom of the cup, or bottom of the deck card is your Three of Cups. The two cards that flew out were, and these are for you singles, air signs. That is Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. You're taking time for yourself. You are not entertaining the idea of dating anybody right now, and that is going to make you successful in life and relationships. Oh, what am I doing? Good thing I didn't shuffle those. Spirit saying that taking the time to let your body rest is never a bad thing. So, especially with the holidays coming up, where we often wear ourselves too thin. So, I just wanted to read those because they flew out for a reason. Air sign, this is you, and it's the Knight of Swords in reverse. I'm going to be clarifying with the Master Deck of Tarot tonight, or today. Oops. So I'm getting quite a few messages like this, but somebody is taking a step back, is what the main message I'm hearing is. Somebody is either married and currently in a separation or going through a divorce, and they're taking a step back, and it ties into those other two cards, retreating, working on yourself, because you don't want to have responsibility, is what I'm hearing. And then your two clarifying cards that fell out for that is the Seven of Swords and the Six of Wands again. So this is either you, air sign, or whoever you're thinking about, or maybe if you're going through a divorce, this is your soon-to-be ex. Either you or them, but I'm getting you, air signs. You are not being honest. You are not. And then your card clarifying the bottom of your clarifying deck is the Swords in reverse. So you are not being honest with yourself or whoever you are dealing with or thinking about dealing with. But it says here you're going to be victorious, and you had two of them come out. But look at that, guys. Holy crap. Can we say any more stuck in our heads? Can we get out of here, please? Look at that. That just looks miserable. What is going on, air signs? What is your Wednesday doing to you? Can I have another clarifying card for the two Eight of Swords, please? So yeah, you don't realize that you have a way out. You are self-sabotaging big time. Can I get a clarifying card for this Eight of Swords, please? Okay. Page of Pentacles in reverse. So for one, air signs, somebody, either you or them, which I'm still feeling this is you, you are self-sabotaging yourself by being so stuck in your head that you believe you're so destined to fail that the only reason why you fail is because you don't try, because you just think you're going to fail. So you need to get out of that vicious circle, and you need to take time for yourself, because to me this is saying I'm taking back all my time. I'm just going to sit here, not offer this to anybody. I'm just going to sit here and think. Um, that's what Spirit's saying. And just as a reminder, just because I'm so new on YouTube, like, I don't necessarily read tarot cards the way a traditional reader does. I have, I hear my messages and I see my messages. I use the tarot cards to give a visual to the audience. So if I don't, you know, give the message to how, like, a quote-unquote traditional tarot reader would, that's because I'm listening to the messages that I get from my guides. And so just a little FYI, because I had a couple messages last night. I was looking through and they were asking me the correct definition of a certain card, because the way I had read it, it fit into their reading, but the way they had traditionally thought the card meant, it didn't even make sense. So just kind of a FYI, but every reader does it different, because every reader gets their messages in a different way. It's kind of like a snowflake, you know, no two are alike. So your future outlook card is the Five of Wands in reverse. So at least the petty arguing has died, and someone is removing themselves as an option. They have lack of clarity. They have lack of motivation. Can I get one more clarifying card, please? A lot of swords in this reading, air signs. Lots. There's only one pentacle and one wand, and the rest are swords. And this is what just flipped out of your deck. So yeah, and the bottom of your deck at the end of the read is the Tower. So definite, thick, heavy energies surrounding you air signs that are going through a divorce, possibly with a fire sign or a pentacle or a earth sign, because that's the only other two suits that were in there. But yeah, somebody's going through a divorce or a separation, and it's getting it to you. It's getting in your head. You need to release that and let it go, and start to retreat and heal yourself. For you singles that are just not connected to anybody, Spirit is saying that you need to not rush into any relationship, because you're not healed from the heartbreak that you just got out of. So take your time. Don't rush to be in a relationship, because you need to heal yourself or you're not going to be happy. So really, Spirit overall for all air sign singles is just saying, be patient with yourself and heal, and don't be so quick to jump into a relationship. Enjoy you. Take the time to relearn who you are, because a lot of times relationships and breakups change us, and sometimes it takes a little more time than others to take a step back after the relationship is over and readjust our sails and get back out there. But we want to make sure that we're being our true authentic self. So just take the time to be you and to remember who you are, and you're going to be just fine. So moving on to air sign couples. Haven't started yet. Moving on to air sign couples. That is people who are exclusively dating or married. Spirit and angels, what messages do you have air sign, sun, moon, rising, and Venus for Wednesday, November 22nd, 2017, in regards to their love? What do they need to know about their love life? That is going to be Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. So yeah, just I'm getting messages right now from Spirit, and he is saying that to be safe traveling this holiday season, and for those of you who are flying out for Thanksgiving, he said do not be surprised by delays. But and I'm not sure, it's got to be a special message for one person, so I hope you're watching. But you were born under the sun sign of Libra and the moon sign of Aries. And in the airport, you are going to do a kind gesture that's going to change someone's life. So, yay you. In a world where shit's gone to pot, you know, there's always those people that that still simply amaze, you know. So remember to do what you can to help mankind. Remember, you know, that not everybody's as blessed as the next person, and some are more blessed than us. But if we all gave what we had extra in our hearts and our minds and in the physical, then nobody would be without. So we just need to remember those that are having a hard time this holiday season, and don't forget to share that love and light, because you never know, the slightest, most unimportant thing or gesture to you could change someone's life, and in a heartbeat, good or bad. So like I said, let's all remember to give our love and light, because we never know what tomorrow brings, and we could be that person tomorrow that needs a hand, and we would want someone to reach out to us. So if you can, do. If you can't, well, when you can, pay it forward. All right. So, married and exclusively dating air signs. Let's see what we got for you. Your bottom of the deck is the Two of... Oh, geez. Sagittarius just got this too. Or not Sagittarius, fire signs. Okay, someone's got a choice to make. And someone's coming out of their reflection period because they knew that something was out of balance. Something is not right. But with it being in reverse and the Hangman coming out, it's going to start balancing it out one way or another. But someone still has a choice between two things. And somebody is ready to give a little more. And this isn't like money or monetary. I know it's Pentacles, but this is somebody was holding back in the marriage or relationship. And it could be possibly that they had two choices between you and somebody else or whatever. But they have now taken the time to really think deep and search their soul a little bit, and they're going to start offering a little bit more of their time. And this, oh geez, I didn't realize there was that many here. So, yeah, see here again, air signs, you have the Lovers in reverse, which when it's in reverse, to me, it's because it's a choice card. Somebody's not making the choice, but, or somebody's making the choice, but they're not, oh, how do I put that? They're making the choice by not making the choice. Kind of like when you say, you know, you ask somebody something and they don't say anything, and you're like, never mind, your silence says it all. That's how this is. Like, that's exactly how this is. They're not making their choice, but by not making their choice, that's their choice. If that was clear to anybody, let me know, because I even confused myself there. So, the King of Swords, this could be you, but this is your outlook card. And then clarifying it, you have the King of Cups. So, like I said, somebody is going to start giving a little more. Somebody realizes that they've been neglecting the relationship, and so they're gonna start coming in and offering a little more emotion. And you have the Hermit and the Seven of Wands. So they realize that they gotta fight for this. They gotta not necessarily fight for it, but if push came to shove and somebody was potentially intruding on your family, your space, you would shove them out. This is the defense card. Like the, yeah, like defensiveness. Um, and then you have the Hermit here as well. Could be dealing with a Virgo, but that is also going within, reflection, deciding to let go of whatever it is that is burdening you, and all they're gonna do is, you know, they give it all to the universe and start walking their path led only by the divine light. And the cool part is in the beginning, you have the Hangman, which is also going within, but he's upright. And if you look straight across from each other, right, here's the divine light, and then the Hangman has it around his head too. He is now enlightened. He is now realizing he's got to walk that path and follow that guiding light, because it's going to it's going to lead them back to this, the Lover's card, and there needs to be found balance. So couples, what Spirit is saying to you is, he's glad you woke up before you could say, I didn't know what I had until I lost it, because you are really close. So start nurturing your relationships, start paying attention to each other, start taking the time to let your partner know that you still want them, and not need them per se, but you need them to be more aware in the relationship, because it's like you're on autopilot right now. So I'm glad you guys are coming out of that and are surviving the Scorpio season. But a lot of signs are not. Spirit and angels, what can you tell air signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What do they need to know in regards to work and finance on Wednesday, November 22nd, 2017? Okay. So we have, okay, in work. Let me see, let me pull your third card here. That's not clear at all. Holy crap. Well, at least you're balanced, or at least you're figuring out the love side. You got 5 cards here, all in reverse. 3 of them are major arcana. Or I'm sorry, 2 of them are. That one's the Ace of Cups. You're starting out tomorrow. You just feel, or tomorrow. You're starting out Wednesday, November 22nd, today. You start out the day just feeling out of balance, feeling like you just ain't got a whole lot more to give. You're considering moving, or you were considering moving on from this job, but you're going to stick it out a little longer. If you are not working right now, you're getting frustrated because you're putting jobs out, but you don't seem to be getting jobs back in, so that's your out of balance. You're putting all these applications out, but you're not getting offers back in. If you're currently looking for employment, this is, you're not moving. Spirit is saying you may possibly have to move to find a job. You have to get out of this mindset that this is the city I'm going to live in, this is the town I'm going to live in, I want to work here or here, nowhere else will do. You need to get out of that mindset, because there's a job out there for you, and it's not in what you would normally consider, but it's going to be life-changing for the better. And midweek, you got the Emperor in reverse. So he's just kind of out of sorts. He's usually, he leads the team. He's the boss of, he's the leader of the group, the natural leader. And you're just not wanting to take the reins on this one. You're wanting to take some time off. And you may be feeling this job is going nowhere. And it is emotionally draining. And it's no longer emotionally satisfying or filling. I will clarify these now. What do the air sign need to know about work on Wednesday? I'm going to get a clarifying card for this Temperance in reverse. Some of you, your boss could be an Aries or a Sagittarius. Okay, so here's exactly what this is saying. Spirit is saying, you're putting all these applications in and not getting any calls back, or that's how you feel, but you are. You are getting a job offer, but it's not the one you wanted. So now you're like, I don't want that one. So Spirit is saying to get your priorities in check, in balance, because a job is better than no job. And sometimes we got to do what we want or what we don't want for a little bit so we can get to a position where we can do what we want. Yeah, Spirit's also saying for the group of you that is connecting with this Six of Swords in reverse, you refusing to move on, or you refusing to relocate is costing you your new beginning that could bring a passionate, creative energy out in you. You could be in the arts, you could be an actor, an actress, you could be a musician. There's Spirit is saying consider relocating because you have a passionate new start in relation to work. Like you could be so creative if you got out of your element where you've become so complacent. The Knight of Swords is clarifying the Emperor. So those of you who are connecting with the Emperor in reverse, you're usually the go-getter, the team lead, and you just really just feel like you don't want to do this anymore. Spirit is saying that through your job, somebody has noticed your work ethic, and you are going to get a surprise job offer. Could be a promotion within the same company. It could be outside the company. For those of you connecting with the Eight of Cups in reverse, the refusing to move, like not refusing to move, but just feeling stuck, like in a dead-end job. It is being clarified by the Queen of Cups in reverse, and you are just drained. You maybe need a vacation, need to take a break. And the Ace of Cups in reverse, for those of you who are connecting with a job that no longer is emotionally or satisfying in any way, Spirit's saying you have options. There are other jobs out there to go seek them. Go look them up. Go look into them because you deserve to be emotionally satisfied through your place of employment. I mean, most people spend more times at their jobs than anywhere. And so if you are this drained, this exhausted, this emotionally spent, go check out your options because there's something else out there for you. So that is your work reading for tomorrow. I did it a little different this time. Instead of just doing the 3 cards of past, present, and future, I just pulled 5 cards, and then if you related to that situation, that was your message. So if you like that, comment below. Otherwise, I'll go back to the way I was doing it, but I sometimes do it that way just because when I read for a mass collective like this, more people can connect with the individual cards than a past, present, future spread, because not everybody has those 3 things. So let me know. If you like it, I'll keep it. If you don't, I'll get rid of it. So I wish all of you a happy holiday this week if you are in the States. If you're not, I still wish you have a beautiful week with lots of love and light. And remember to reach out a hand to somebody if you can, because you can make a difference. All right. Bye, air signs.